Erudia, an ancient land where gods walk among men. A living, breathing high fantasy world that we want to put into your hands. But we cannot do this alone. In order to bring you back to what tabletop is all about, combat, exploration, adventure, we need your help to bring it to life. By supporting us on Patreon, you can support this project and the cast of Moonskull, with our promise that we will answer to the only people that matter. You. Legend Seeker. Your legend starts here. Forge your path. Shape your destiny.
Oh, you people again. So, welcome back, everybody. It's me, Froste. I'm working on lore for Legend Seeker, specifically the lore of Godlands, part of Erudia, the setting for Legend Seeker. And I'm all gross and sweaty now because I was running around crazily right before this and then drank a big slug of hot coffee, and I'm like, that was maybe a mistake. So, I have a window open down here. In a little bit, I'll probably go close it because let's check the all-knowing electronic device here. It's warm outside for here. It is 14 degrees. So, I probably shouldn't have it open for more than a half an hour. We'll see. Yeehaw. Anyway, here we are. More lore. More lore. I'm finishing up some of the stuff on the Tower of Dawn right now, which, if you recall, ended up getting set on this little island here. It's part of the Rambles on the Caustic Strand. So there. And I'm currently describing some of the buildings. So it has a tower. It has a single dormitory building, which houses the faculty and students. There aren't a whole lot of them. And it has a stone path that leads down to the stone piers that allow them to, boat to and fro. I have to look something up here quickly because I don't know the nautical terminology, because I always just say tied up in a pier. Is moored correct terminology for boot? A boot? Go to the Cambridge Dictionary here. To tie a boat so that it stays in the same place. All right, so there are no specifics to it other than that. All right. We'll just say that. That is perfect. It is perfect. It is the greatest. The greatest. Yeah, toasty at 14. Exactly. That's why I have my my sweatshirt off. I was just too warm. Temperature's too damn high. I'm sure it'll drop soon because I feel the cold air just seeping this direction. Perfect. How's everybody doing out there? I'm not even sure anyone else is here right now. I think it might just be you and I, Chrysanth. I think everybody's busy today. Which is fine. All right, made the perfect site for the Tower of Dawn, which specializes in studying magic related to dreams, visions, and prophecies. So it also teaches students the benefits of thinking before acting. Read the towers like Juvie. About that family trip, it's just you. You're going to the Tower of Dust to shape up. Mom! Nope. One more peep out of you, and you're going to the Tower of Dusk. Oh. You'd never do it, right? Right? Pretty soon you're on a cart being taken down to the road and headed north towards the Dwarven lands, past the undead. This is a bad idea. I'm sure that would be a fitting way for a character to have their motivation. Their parents sent them off for an opportunity to learn magic at this beautiful tower. Little did they know. Oh, yeah. Any towns near the tower is threatened. You hear that ominous noise? Yeah. That's the students at the Tower of Dusk. You want to be one of them? No. All right, shape up. Clean out the sheep pen. Okay. No good kids these days. Okay. I think this works. Still haven't 100% decided where the tower dedicated to Kika's moon is going to. Nobody else. Excellent. Tower of Dusk is looking for more students. One more people out of you that might sneak into your room at night and steal you away. Oh no, you've been enrolled. The hand over your face. You're a wizard. Lemuel. No. Something like that. All right. Silver Moon. I could. Not gonna be down in Kiru. There's no way. Can't be in the Azure Kingdom because they closed themselves off. Lost Acadia is destroyed. So it's got to be somewhere out here. And I'm thinking it would be kind of cool to have it out here in Fryland somewhere. But where? It'd be near the Hinderwald, near the Hoffenwald. Let me go look up a couple of things. All right. Yeah, that's a little more associated with Nya. So we don't want to do that. We could look at the Hinderwald. That was Luna. He gets screamy if anybody bothers her. Like a couple of the boys the other day were playing and one of them bumped into her and she was just like, oh, okay. It's on. And she chased them around for a good like minute. Like, oh, geez. Until they were like hiding, like, okay. And she went back and lay down. He was just having none of it. All right, so the Hinderwald has some evil hags in it. Not the best place to have Kika's tower next to it. We could put it over near High Spring and in this area. but I kind of like it being out here. So I think it's going to be up in the hills above the Kingswold. Yeah, that's where we're putting it for now. Anyway. All right, let's grab this. All right. That one's going to take up a lot of space. Let's see here once. What's the other one that I put on here? Tower of the Black Moon is over there. Yeah, we'll put it over here. This will work out just fine. We're going to put the name up here on the mountain, so it's well out of the way, but visible. Symbols, boom, city. Boom, and bang. Hello, bang. Oh, that didn't show up very well, did it? Why is that so faint? Maybe we move it over here. Maybe we move it here. We move it here. Let's see. I kind of like it where it was. I think I might have to bring it. We'll just bring it on top of everything. Let it show itself off that way. And then when we do the close-up versions of the maps and whoever draws them and stuff will be able to pencil this different, however they want to do it. Yeah, this is the reason that I put this one here. Well, and like when I did the Tower of the Dawn, this one is specifically out on this plinth of rock. And if you look to the east this way, there is the mountain pass between Port Castra and Seabreak Haven. And the sun rises over here and comes through. So the Tower of the Dawn is always greeting it through the mountain peaks. So yeah, I'm setting these in places where it's going to be hidden. The Tower of the Black Moon is up in these dark hills. This Tower of the Silver Moon is basically going to be sitting in these hills at the foothills of the mountain, looking down over the Kingswold, looking over Greenhaven and Dunverga. And there's reasons that it's overlooking Greenhaven and Kingswold, but you don't know those. Ha! And stuff. So it's got quite a view up here of everything. But it's not that far of a trip to go to Mordecai's Throne if you want to go sit on a big chair and be smart. SMRT. Smart. Tower of the Silver Moon. Let's just write down. It's a tower. They do magic. Okay. Let's look up a couple words here. No, none of what you said. No, none of what you said is happening. No songs. Nobody sings. Singing. Unless you're going to tell me people dance in this world. Blech. Or something like that. Well, that didn't that didn't help me at all. Okay. That doesn't help. Oh, here we go. Here's a couple of the words I was looking for. I'll understand. I understand nothing. Boy, I feel like I'm going to sneeze now, though. So now I'm the city named Spoon. Well, fork. Very nice. Oh, I know why I'm sitting here like, wow, I feel like sneezing and stuff. And I'm sitting here drinking this coffee. I put way too much sriracha in this cup of coffee, and it's actually bringing a little tear to my eye because the coffee is thick at the bottom of the cup. Let's just say. I'm enjoying it. Another reason I'm probably sweating. Dance by the light of the moon. Oh, sorry. Very nice. At least it's not kelp. All right, we're gonna take that out of there. Oops, 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 oops. There we go. How do I want to put this? So basically, these guys are dedicated to trying to get a deeper understanding of, for one thing, they do a lot of illusion and shape changing magic, but they're more than that. They're dedicated to understanding change. So I think in addition to that, they're going to be incredible alchemists, and I think that the artifact that's going to be hosted here is going to be something akin to Philosopher's Stone. Oh yeah, it's going to be interesting. Hello, Jensen. Unfortunately, you weren't sarcastic. Unfortunately, not. Wah wah. Bonk. Shape changing is 2 words. It reminds me. Oh, I've got my game right after this tonight. I can't do that. I was gonna say, I forget. I always forget Tuesdays. Once they start for me, is just a nonstop cavalcade of stuff. Like after this, I'm gonna. Nope, I have my game with my friends, and after that, I have edits to go over on my DM book from my editor because she got through the last 30 pages of it. So I've got more edits to approve, and then I'm gonna get somewhere on that thing again. I hope. It's just been crazy. I delineated what I do and the stuff that I work on every day to a couple of people who were asking questions, and they were just like, well, I think this is an opportunity for you to delegate. And I'm just like, let me finish typing the message. And then after that, I sent them the 14 bullet points of everything that I've delegated to my guys to get them be a more broad, like, strike team over the last 4 to 6 months. And they're like, okay, well, this is still an opportunity. I was like, It's painful to sit and listen to anybody. I'm sorry. I'm just going to sound like such an arrogant ass who's not been in the industry as long as I have. But it's not just that. It's just, I'm like, yes, I know. I understand, but nobody else can do this stuff. I'm training them, but nobody else is taking it on properly yet. I'm trying to find them. Gotta find those special things that my guys like doing the most. I found a couple of them. They are just taken and run with things, and I'm just like, oh yes. But there's just too many things to do every day. Like these people with all their different type of stuff. I was thinking the reason I was thinking of that is because I'm like, okay, they do illusionary and shape changing and alchemy. So the reason I'm doing that too is because Kika, I believe, is kind of like, what would you guys say, an ADHD kind of goddess? I have every faith that she would totally just drop something and be like, that's nice, and come back to it a century later and like, oh yeah. Something like that. Dot, dot, dot. I have my game too. I'm currently facing a fire giant, 2 hellhounds, 4 armored guards, an orc warlock, an orc barbarian, and a dragonborn wizard alone. Is your character like a barkeep, or is this an adventure? Like you're trying to serve them food all at once and they're all being jerks, or are you trying to kill them all? And where's your party? Mm. Uh, hmm. Oh, I should probably yeah. Okay, over the centuries. There we go. Rogue, they want to kill me for no reason. I was invited. My party's many turns away. Just keep dodging. Keep dodging. Okay, we're gonna put that in commas. Oops. How about we put the commas in there? Oops. Then substance? No, that's not how a language works. Doop, 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 doop. So I'm making. Have you ever seen or watched The Big Bang Theory? They always had the idea that some of the theoretical physicists are kind of nuts. I'm putting some of these people. They're a little crazy. This will end poorly. Well, it might not turn out poorly. You might survive. I don't know. Good luck. So the artifact here that helps draw students to study. Just one student. To study the tower is a magnificent geode, supposedly grown by magical means, to miraculous substance at irregular intervals. Nicknamed the Tears of Kika, the substance has been used to transform blood into gold, heal those on their deathbed, and even do such mundane things as change one's hair color. Do you understand how the artifact works? And more than one expert has fled the tower in despair as decades of research seem to get turned on their head overnight. Its head, not their head. Can you imagine that? Suddenly realizing, oh no, I forgot to carry the 2 7 years ago. Oh no. Makes sense. I always imagine wizards to be a little quirky. I mean, what? Yep. Imagine some guy just running out of there. Ah! It doesn't make any sense. Well, he's got like this old dude with this shock of flaming red hair. I don't get it. Runs gibbering into the hills. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, that sentence didn't make any sense. I put that. Oops, nope. What? Nope. There we go. There we go. Hit the right button. Over the centuries there. Okay. Yeah, don't put the little clause talking about over the centuries after something. It sounded like the guy was trying to master his curse over centuries. I'm going to get it this time. You're dead, sir. Shut up. I'm busy. Trying to master my curse. I don't have time to die. They got time to bleed. All right. Now, the Tower of the Phoenix. This is radiance, healing-based magic, and a place for second chances. We could have another tower on Agrim. This could be something that was based off of Kyla's work. Would be kind of cool. But do I put it way off by Artaxia or Aqualuris, or do we put it somewhere north by Cosium? Let me check something here. Let me check the history of one of these places. That's the mining one. Okay, that's the mining one. Yeah, it wouldn't be making sense there. Artaxia, that's going to be iffy as well. That's the Temple of Senna. It's an old place. It could be up there near Dessus. Let's see. Ancient city, Vicasto military fort, dancing. Supposed to be a keeper sanctuary. That makes sense for the healers? No, I think if the healers were going to be somewhere on the island, they would probably have to be. They have to be far away from a city because there's no way that the Agriums are going to let these people be anywhere near a city with magic. This is like, nope. You go off and play with your magic in the foothills. You're not going to blow up one of our cities again. Get out of here. It could be over in this area. It's not going to, it can't be too close to Xandria because that's just not going to work out. That would not work out for them. Towers, ridiculous. Yes, many towers. How many towers? All the towers. Womp womp. Ding goes my phone. You know what that means? Work. I think we're going to put it here. Bam. It's going to be up in these hills. Done. It is done. We have decided. Boop, 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 boop. All right, there we go. We got to grab. It's not working. There we go. I almost clicked on the wrong button. That would have been a lot of fun. All right. Pahonix. Power of the Pahonix. Well, that's going to be a little off center. I kind of don't like that. I guess what I could do, I could put it there. Covers up the hill a little bit. I could put it below it. Covers up that. We'll just put it there for now. Good. That works. We know what it is. That one's next to it. This one's below it. I could put it there, but it covered the road. This is fine. This is fine. There we go. I'll just change that to that. I'm kidding. Okay. Let's say produced. There we go. Now I got the format right. There we go. Let's say studied. I wonder if yeah, we'll leave that. I'll leave that note like that. I'll ask Erudia next time we have a little powwow about this stuff. Yeah, that will work. Okay. I've got to look something up quickly. Let's save that. Because I think I changed this. Let's just go to a couple of these other ones. Okay. This. Okay, that works. Go. Okay. This tower is where the light stones in which fire from the various Lucerna dotting the coast of Agrium were crafted. Well cared for copy of Secreta Viridaria. All right. Kylos. Oh, la 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 la. Language of verbs. That's what I called it. Like I renamed it something, or I gave it a sub name. Was boom. Tower of the Phoenix. Let's go back there. Nope, that's it. Hello, Cajun Corey. How you doing? I'm just typing away like a madman here. Zandria. I gotta spell that right. Otherwise, it won't make any sense. It won't make no sense. Hmm. Crowns here feature more than one maiden. And a maiden is a medical, basically. It's like a bathhouse, but also a medicine house. The Xandrian thing. And a great bathhouse, rivaling those in Xandrian scale, though it shames him in its effectiveness. The bathhouse rarely accepts any but the most unusual cases as patients, and few supplicants ever make it past the great guard surrounding the edifice. Let's see. You're good? Good. Excellent. I am doing well. Crazy long day, like all my Tuesdays. But I'm here. I'm loring it up. I'm chatting with all of you fine folk. So I'm having a good old time. I like it. Mm, Had an okay day at work. Found out yesterday we're getting a new parent company and may change name again. Oh, man. Is that a good thing for you? How you doing, Dave? Maybe that will mean some money for you. Be nice. All right, folks. You know I'm still here, right? Well, I'm trying to be inclusive, right? I have no idea what you mean there, Dave. Some of those words were words. But I did see a video, Dave, of a guy in overalls with a hillbilly hat on and no t-shirt playing pickleball against old people using a frying pan and absolutely just beating the snot out of them with it. I shouldn't say beating the snot out of him. He was basically just winning very easily with a black frying pan. Third or fourth time they've been bought. First time since I've been there. It's going to be business as usual. Hopefully your company doesn't change hands. Yeah, if your company changes hands, there's some problems. So if Hollywood had their way. Oh, what? That's weird. It moved my cursor after I typed a letter to the end of a sentence when I typed that letter. That's not normal. Oh, Rhaegar's your rogue. Ah, got it. Sounds about right. Old people suck. Wait, I'm old. Well, he was a very tall, hillbilly looking guy, too, so. I gotta think he had a little bit of an advantage because the frying pan, it was cast, I think it was a cast iron pan. The inside of it, you know, it has lips. So when you hit the ball, you could do almost a scoop like you're playing lacrosse or something. Or whatever that other one is where you have the curvy thing you throw the ball. You know, that other sport. Sport thing. Sport ball. Oh, shoot. I just realized why I'm like, I'm getting a little cool here. I should probably go close that window since it's, well, it was 14. It's probably down to like 12 now. Let's see. Aha. It has gone down to 12. All right. I'll be right back. In fact, I think I might add some coffee to my coffee. I'm going to drink a little more of this. No, I'm going to add more coffee to this before I drink it. The sludge that is my coffee. All right. Cherry stream. Enjoy. I'll be right back. Guys, I'm not letting you back in yet. You can't. No. All right, Captain's knocked something over upstairs. Let's go figure out what that was. All right. I return. Through the curtain. Chair stream's over. Fools. No more chair for you. Stuck with me now. All right. Well, it was my own fault. I left a glass on the counter upstairs. You know what cats like to do. The other good thing is I have really callous feet. When I walked up there, I was like, what did you guys do? I heard crunch. I'm walking around in socks. So I have no holes in my feet, but I did have glass stuck in my foot. Very callous feet, though, like I said. So I got that and I just swept it up really quickly. Luckily, it was a thin-sided glass, so it broke in small pieces, not like huge, jagged shards. That would have been fun. Nozaku raid, woo! They need to check that gravity. They did. Boom! Hello, Raider peoples. What were you playing, Nozaku boy? What were you playing? What were you doing? What were you doing? What were you playing? And hello. Let's see. Watches the perimeter and the grounds. Yeah, there we go. Baldur's Gate 2 with Warlock. Oh, wow. Baldur's Gate 2. Wow. I've been a while. It's been a while. It has been some time. Game's 25 years old. You feel old. Ah, well. You can be old. Good luck. Enjoy. You're old. Ha ha! You're the old one now. Everybody, Nozaku Boy's old. I'm young. He's old. You didn't hear it from me. Old. Or something like that. Okay. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Put that there and move this over here. All right. $25 is ancient with 50 is a new 18. Wait a second. Pickleball, but it uses a cucumber? Wait, I missed something here. Let me go back here. Pickle shaped ball and throw it around like a football. No kicking ball, no running catch. Is it a pickle or is it an actual cucumber though? Is it literally a cucumber so it hasn't been pickled? Okay. So old, I lived in 5 different decades. I like decadfis. Well, we used to call them decadfis. I think I'm in my I'm my 6th decade. 2 millennia, couple centuries. You know. I missed your question about sports. Wait. Oh, yeah, wow. Oh, okay, there we go. Wow, you guys were really chatting there for a minute. Okay. Artaxia and Portaxia have a bitter rivalry between their sports teams. No. So Artaxia is the main city. Portaxia is the port city of Artaxia. So it's kind of like they're supposed to be part of the same city, but there is a difference. If you live in Artaxia, you live in Artaxia. If you live in Portaxia, it's different because I mean they're like 50 miles apart or more. So but there's no sports, there's no dancing, there's no sports, there's no singing. These things don't exist. There's no joy in this world. Unless you can come up with a sport like pickle football. You know, I've been seeing Sandy Peterson has been just I don't know, Xing up a storm lately. I think he's starting to get to the point. I think he's going to start streaming maybe. And he's talking about everything that he did, you know, at Microprose and id and everything all over the place and Cthulhu. Because he's the guy who originally took the Lovecraft work and made the Cthulhu game for Chaosium back in the day. And he keeps bringing up old games and stuff he worked on. I was like, oh my gosh, yep. I remember working on stuff in tandem with those guys and going down to id Software and just being like, hey, they're like, hey, like, at the header of a car. It's like, oh yeah, he blew up the header of one of his race cars or something, and it's in his office. He just car parts in his office. Carmack and Romero and everybody being, well, themselves down there. It was entertaining. They were sort of living like rock stars, but also at the same time just sitting at their desks in the big rooms like we used to and just working. Michigan has 2 sports teams and they hate each other. Hate each other. Pickles or cucumbers? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, you could technically pickle anything, but it's usually called pickled, whatever, like pickled tomics. You put them in brine, you seal them up, you take them out later. Pickled tomics. Just saying. All right, so all pickles are cucumbers, but not all cucumbers are pickles. I'm marinated. Okay. All right, fine. He's marinated. He's a little marinated. What? I don't know who this person is. Okay. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to ever understand or believe or think about stuff on X. I would just send something. I'm like, I'm not gonna respond to that online. I'm gonna be eaten. Will be done right. So once you're marinated, is this kind of a sear you lightly on all sides so we kind of get that ahi tuna kind of consistency, or are we going full just roast tomics with the banana leaves in a pit over charcoal and we have some poi? Where are we going here? Michigan has more than MSU and U of M. They hate each other. I went to CMU and Kelbs who could be made into a glue factory. Hey, glue factory. I know all about that. Wizard glue or something. Okay. Crescent, I'm sending you something completely unrelated to anything because my friend just sent me this and you get to experience it. It's nothing bad. It's not one of those things on the internet. It's actually kind of funny. 5-course meal, spit don't swallow. Wait, Dave would end up in a Jets pizza. Oh, Dave. The hate, the irony. All right, let's close that and move that. That guy's anyway. All right. So let's see. I'm thinking about the last thing about I'm looking up stuff about like baths and caldariums and tepidariums and healing baths and medins and stuff from some of the sites I had. I'm trying to see if there's any other kind of stuff in there that I could like pull to make this bathhouse extra unusual. Hmm. All right. Hmm. Let's see. With you, I never know. Wasn't it cool? I was like, oh man. I remember when my kittens would fight, just knockdown drag out fight. Charlie and his brother Roxy would just be like, we called them Itchy and Scratchy before we gave them their actual real names because they would just be like going at it, fighting constantly all the time. And as they got older, they became just like inseparable all the time. All right. Croissant would be a garnish on scrambled eggs in a diner. Oh, the best diner food is eggs Benedict. I'm way than more than just a garnish. I like how she's like, the best food. I'm way more than just a garnish. She's an adult, damn it. Eggs Benedict is just the best egg dish, period. Finally, we agree on something. Yes. And if you make hollandaise yourself at home, I will let you know. If you make clarified butter ahead of time, use that in your hollandaise sauce. It stays together so much better. I'm an adult. Oh man, now I want to make hollandaise sauce. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm kind of writing, but I'm thinking through all the steps. I've already got the steps going through my head. I'm like, damn it. Thanks. Good job, people. I saw a game that somebody advertised, totally unrelated, that I'd never be able to play it because I would be so in pain. It's you're like stealing things from a wizard's tower or something, but you cast spells by yelling into your microphone, and the louder you do it, I think the more powerful the spells are. And I'm like, no, I can't do that. I can't remember what it's called, like yapping or something like that. I don't know. It's something like that. She is an adult. She is a full meal if you're okay. Let's go to college to get his master's degree. Wah wah. Was it like that cursed dungeon and the words change? I don't know if the words change, but basically you just have to scream spells. And I watched a little video of the people being like rah, 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 yelling. I'm like, oh my gosh. It was crazy. Yeah, they're little people, little guys running around with like little pointy caps and stuff, like little wizards or something like that. Yeah. Something along this line. Yeah. Dang, wow, why is my work messaging going crazy? I don't want 10 messages suddenly. Why do they want me to? Okay, that's not working. Okay, we'll get the other person. Okay. Got it. Hey, look, they found an illegal biolab in Las Vegas. Owner of the property, the Chinese national, was previously arrested in connection with an illegal biolab in California. They found pathogens supposedly labeled HIV, malaria, TB, COVID-19, and Ebola. Well, hopefully none of that is true. Hopefully it's AI. If not, get away from Las Vegas. I've seen those movies where all the zombies start there. I'm just saying. Careful. Uh, what were you guys saying? Why did the stoplight turn red? Because it was embarrassed to be changing in the middle of the street. Oh my! So much for what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Yeah, what happens in Vegas spreads at a rate of I don't know. I was gonna come up with something clever, but I don't know how to talk about the spread of a deadly pathogen. Why do they call it a stoplight instead of a go light? Technically swings both ways. Because people only respond to negative consequences, Dave. You jerk. See, you're going to remember I called you a jerk. You won't remember that I called you a nice guy. I mean, I didn't call you a nice guy, but still, you're going to only remember the jerk part. Something like that. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm not finding anything in my notes about the Maddens and the bathhouses that is specifically making me think I need to add another bit. Hmm. If you guys think of anything else that I could put in, like one of these legendary, like Romanesque bathhouses that would make it even more important to be associated with this tower, the Tower of the Phoenix, let me know. Now, the artifact that's housed here is a flickering white flame. It has no fuel, as it burns via feed from the mana stream itself. It's unquenchable, and the light of the fire strips away lies in its presence, burns away illusions, and lays bare the souls of all who lay eyes upon it. Let's fix the wording there. There we go. So basically, it's a flame of truth that you can't really get away from. Pretty sure Wolf just gets bored sitting on my lap, decides to lay on my shoulders. Well, cats love being up high because that way they can see everything. So sweet. He called me a nice guy. Yeah. Wait a minute. You're not supposed to remember that part. His way of saying you're not comfortable. You're not comfortable. Wolf is just trying to get up to where there might be heat. Wow. Jeepers, man. Jeepers. Jeepers creepers. All right. Do. All right. All right. And the last thing I'm going to send, or I'm going to put out here, I'm going to go put this in the memes channel because I've sent this. Let's see if somebody else has already gotten this today. Because sometimes the meme people are with it. They're out there. They got it all. Please don't let Cat escape. She looks like this. Okay. Here we go. I'm putting something in memes because somebody sent this to me. It's funny because I'm drinking coffee. All right. Okay. Okay, there we go. Watching Niagara play basketball and the colors are black and purple. Okay. Maybe he wants hair since he lost his. Wow. Lay's Doritos and a few other things cut their prices about 15% to boost sales. So go out there and get yourself some Doritos. They're cheap now. Maybe not. Dark Dave. Dave, you don't like coffee. What are you talking about? You would never want to lick the warp core or something. All right, let's see here. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna add this one bit to this. I want to look up one thing in Massive Carcala. No, that's architecture. Where was? There we go. That's the thing I was looking for. Hey, the page didn't go away. I hate it when I bookmark something and then come back to it later and they're like, "I'm sorry, the page doesn't exist." I'm like, crap. All right, opening around lunchtime till dusk. Okay, fireproof, blah, 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 blah. There was a specific thing in here. Okay, here we go. Superheated, dry, and wet sweating rooms. That's Laconica and Sudatoria. I think I'm going to, let's put this in that folder. Yeah, the cool room. Ah, here we go. For hall and fountains. Nope, don't care about that. And we're gonna put this here. Do I want to? Yeah, we'll just put it all in here. Calendarium, the tepidarium, the frigidarium. Yeah. Oops. Let me check something once here. Wondering if I spelled that wrong. Yeah, I did spell it. Or no, I spelled it right. Okay. Oh, now it thinks it's fine. What? Oh, okay. Well, that's weird. Oh, it didn't take the comma after it made sense. Aha! Now I understand. Anyway, don't tell Noelle. Wolf just wants food because he is starved. I mean, she probably already knows about the Dorito. She probably was, on the forefront of this knowledge. She may have actually pushed for it. I don't know. Rather lick the warp core than drink coffee that will kill you. The warp core, licking the warp core might kill you. Why do you think the coffee's going to kill me? Coffee's good. Soldiers have a higher vantage point to scout for unguarded plates. Ooh, good point. He's just sitting up there like, I'm totally asleep. Scanning. Where is this note? Okay, there we go. That gives a broad overview of the whole plate. It's got all the parts. It's got everything listed. Yeah, the sudatorium, small caldarium, the warm baths. Red red. I wonder why they have that separated out, because because it's not specifically called out. Indirectly heated, because those are the tepidariums. I wonder what they're calling them. They're calling those out separately. It's interesting. I'm looking at the plans of like the baths of Carcala and Diocletian. Okay. I've always been pretty fascinated by Roman baths. I like them. I actually built a Roman bath level for Hexen 2, but it didn't end up in the game only because the stuff we were working on couldn't fit everything on the disc. And mine was like the last thing that was made because I was brought on to work on some other stuff. And they're like, could you make another level? And they're like, oh, this is really cool. And we're like, we can't put it on there. So it still exists out there in a disc somewhere. It was all black and gold marble. It was crazy. I had so much fun building it. Oh, well. It's okay. I'll get past the pain and suffering. There's no pain and suffering. Lived a good life up until the point where I was turned into wizard glue. Yeah, well, he just bit the back of my neck, so... Well, if you took a shower, there wouldn't be food on the back of your neck. Ew, gross, Chrysanth. I know you like playing in dirt, but shower, please. Wow. Not sure what you meant by Roman baths, that you like all the naked men bathing together. No, the complex, just the architecture of these buildings are amazing. They're so cool. I've just always been fascinated by them because they house all these complexes and all these buildings and bits and pieces together, and they have the different pools and all the underfloor heating systems and how it all works together, and how they actually had the tepidariums indirectly heated by the other rooms because they knew how the heat got lost through the walls in certain areas, so they used it to their advantage to actually heat the other pools. It's just amazing. They're awesome. I love them. I think it would have been, quite honestly, disgusting to go to one in real life. But that's just me. Hey, look, that guy over there, they're just squeezing the oil off themselves like the Greeks do. Like, he was just in the pool. Ew. I don't like going to public pools. Much less a Roman bath. Ooh. No, thank you. Some men think of the Roman Empire. All the short, strapping men. I was going to say all the short dudes. You're here for the pain and suffering? Pain and suffering are good. Yeah, I have a lot of architecture books on Greek and Roman architecture. And a lot of the buildings they left in Britain. Was one of my, it's not surprising that a professor wrote a book that you had in your class, because that's how they get their name out there and make a bunch of money, because they write a book for a class they're teaching, and then they're like, hey, I'm requiring this book. This book is like 112 pages. It's $82. Ha ha! Pay me to take my class by paying me school, and then also buy the book. Like, wow. It also makes certain that you sell a lot of copies. What? Does it sound like I think that's a scam? Oh, yeah, it is. Scam it up. Japanese onsen. I know those would be disgusting as well. Blah. You know why? I know why I think of the purification pools at the temple in Jerusalem. Japanese onsen. Well, a sweaty, sweaty bath. As we, what was that movie? Spirited Away, with the buttered peeps. We just called them buttered peeps because they were like ducks or chickens or whatever, walking around with a towel on their head. They looked like they had a pat of butter on their head. Like, what the hell is up with these buttered peeps here? It was basically an attempt to enrage our friend who absolutely loves those movies and thought they were, the pinnacle of everything. And we're just like, we're geeks. Sorry, I'm putting a little bit of Neosporin on my leg here because I ended up with some fresh marks on my leg from, I don't know, cats. I didn't get bit on the neck, luckily, but I do get my legs clawed a lot because the cats are like, hello. Biscuits on my legs. Granted, they were closed off from the public for women to be purified with their menstruation after giving birth. Women only baths. That's great. Thanks, Dave. You're the best. You have a way of bringing up the grossest stuff. Yay. All right. I'm kind of wondering if this is a deep thought or not. Somebody just said, I think it says, therapy only works if you have a lower IQ than the therapist. Hmm. All right. Somebody's making a meowy noise upstairs. What are you guys doing up there? I'm not expecting him to answer. Don't worry. Just expecting to hear noises. And I'm hearing noises. Oh, let's see. Okay. Arkin never answers you. No, Dave, there are not. Well, thank you for bringing the level down. We were way up here, this highbrow stream. Way up here, so high you can't even see my hands anymore. Look, my hands are gone. Okay. Okay, people are crazy stupid. Let's see how stupid they are. Yep, people are dumb. I don't know if you guys knew this, but people are dumb. Right. And I'm thinking now for the Tower of the Phoenix. I'm going to put in the note here about the secondary name of the tower here. I don't need to say tower again. It's getting to be too much to add that to it. I think I'm going to hold off on adding that. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. We'll leave it like that. It's always that kind of stream. 100% people are sinners and thus dumb. Well, that's true. Yeah, I'm a people. People are dumb. Well, it's interesting. You're telling me this for the first time. Rory, you didn't know that? Well, how could you not know that? What the hell? Hence a doctor that doesn't know what a doctor is. Would an honorary doctor know what a doctor is what my biggest question for you would be. Weird. All right. Blah, 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 blah. I could put this note in there, though. Sorry, I'm looking through some notes here. I was quoting the president. Very nice. Depends on the honorary doctorate. Flying back home, I caused an incident at work. Ooh, a fun incident? A bad incident? I don't know. Could have been fired. Oh, well, that's not good then. I'm glad that you were not. And are you literally flying back home? Or are you just flying down the road? All right. Okay. I'm not going to add this to this place because that's going to be a little bit too much. So the Tower of the Anchor. This is a tower devoted to defensive magic, the study of shielding and the way that the keepers obfuscate things within the realms of decency. They don't try and actually go to find the keepers things, but it's something they're intrigued by. Not to the levels of trying to break into things like the what do you call it? The Brotherhood of the Gilded Veil. No. All right, but we have to decide where the Tower of the Anchor is going to be. I considered putting it up here in Lost Delacia, so it's isolated. It was away from everything. But it feels extra remote. It would be kind of cool to have something up over here, though. Yeah, we're going to put it here. For the time being, we're putting it here. All right, we're going to put that there. We're going to get our symbol. We're going to go find our symbol again. We're going to put it, boom, right there. And then we're going to move it to the forefront. So, no, we don't want to move the mountain. We don't want to move the mountain. We want to move that. No, we want to move these things around a little bit. Move our little trees a little bit. And we'll figure out how you get there later. Is there a road? Who knows? Maybe you just got to run through the woods for 50 miles to get to it. I don't know. They're hardy folk here in the Godlands. You know, normal. Boom. So let's see what this works. That one seems confusing. I think that's going to be a confusing one. So let's go with... Here we go. We'll go with this. Oh, I should probably see what time it is here. Hope you land on your feet feeling. That's what I get for trying to be the bearer of gifts. I'm at O'Hare. Oh, all right. So you caused an incident by bearing gifts. What did you do? There's actually a comparison of degrees which locates a master's of divinity at the same levels of medical doctor, but doctorate of medicine the same levels of doctor of ministry, but all below PhD. I have to say, knowing some people who have PhDs, hopefully they're not watching this, but I wouldn't trust most of them to make microwave popcorn. They've spent their lives in academia, and they know nothing. But they appealed to and wrote papers and got to this point where they did this thing and they got a doctorate, and then they have other people who, in some of their situations where they work, do all the actual work for them, and all they do is write stuff. And it's god awful because without their editors, they are as bad at writing as Stephen King is at forming a sentence. So, that out of the way, I also know a couple people who have PhDs who are really smart. I know at least one person who has a master's degree in engineering who works on trains, who is super smart. Oh, it's weird. Gotta get ready for Dark Ball. 0 tolerance for alcohol and property, I guess. Oh, well, that's a good thing to know about. Totally agree with that statement about PhDs. It's kind of astounding. And there's just so much assumption that people who have like gone to school that long are just these brilliant people. I'm like, I'm sure there are some brilliant people. There's also some brilliant people who work at a gas station. There we go. Christmas gift for boss was a liter of tequila. Whoops. You know me with several master's degrees. I don't know what that means. You know how many degrees I have? 0. And I got told to my face that I was an idiot. I was like, oh, all right. I don't care. Say your words. Say your words at me. I gotta get my phone plugged in. Because it just beeped at me and said, hey, I need power. Oh, it reminds me I was gonna look and see what time it was. 10 minutes, 12 minutes, okay. It's always refreshing to hear somebody's opinion of you. All right, Tower of the Anchor. At the foot of Mount Varus, Tower of the Anchor is a remote. Dedicated to discovering the many ways to fortify and protect life. The magic and the mana stream. I don't like that sentence. Huh? Delete? I don't like that paragraph. That just, it kind of took me away from the main point of the tower. Yeah. They wanted to fire me. Good luck with that. Wow. Well, yeah, that's just ridiculous. It's like, here you go. Shame. Hey, how about we talk about this and go do work, dummies. There's a better way to handle that. A better way to handle that is like, oh, hey, that's not allowed. Let's go toss that out. Done. But not everybody is professional. Some people are reactionary and want that gotcha moment. It's like, oh, I did a thing. Good job. All Trying to decide what the artifact for the Tower of the Anchor would do. It has to be protection oriented. Fortify, preserve, and protect life via magic in the management. Okay, that feels way better to me. I like that paragraph better. That sounds. My job, like hepatitis A, I can't get rid of me. Senior VP said, "No, you idiots, it was innocent." Yep, that's good. You got Senior VP on your side. Done. Like a cold sore, I'm always gonna return. I'm always there, just under the surface, waiting to come visit. Whee! I want to discuss something about that or not. Let's see. I'm being very gentle with my eye here because of all the fun stress I've gone through with my eyes over the last couple of days. Ah, there we go. Very calm, very cautious, very pleasant. Kind of foolish to say both of these things. I'll just truncate it into one. Look at this. I sit here and I noodle down this paragraph until I get it to sound how I want it. I get the cadence right. Okay, there we go. What did I just get pinged by? Okay, who did ding me? Oh, it's. I keep getting random message requests from people. I was like, just because you put a girl's name in a picture of a girl, I'm not going to just randomly talk to you and answer your DMs and accept DM invites. I just block you all. Dorks. There we go. Just have to make sure they know that. And the notes are there. The notes. All right. Where was I at here? Oh, Tower of the Anchor, Tower of the Anchor, Tower of the Anchor. I may be an impasse for what I'm going to get done with this place today. We'll see. We'll see. Well, JJ, I'm very glad that you didn't get let go, didn't get fired. Probably just had some people looking at you grumpily. Nothing like an innocent mistake to take things up, we'll say. Yeah. So yeah, I'm very glad for you. That's good. That is a good thing. And let's see, what else have people been saying here? Anything else? Nope, nobody else said anything else. It's been too quiet. The chat's been quiet. It's the quietest of chats. It was a quiet time. It was a loud, quiet time. So did sitting in an awkward position to type. Well, you probably got a cat on you too. Feline, did you have trouble flying with the liter of tequila, or did you buy it on site and then go? I'm just curious because I've never flown with alcohol. I've had alcohol on a flight, but I've never actually flown with a bottle of alcohol. Chrysanthemum's doing Pilates while she's sitting here. Checked bag. Oh, okay. All right. Huh. Didn't know. Never done it. All right, I'm going to close a couple of these windows. Wow, in the course of this stream, I opened 18 different browser windows. All right. Okay. Gonna need a back brace at this rate. Oh no! Don't think they make back braces that small. Well, they've got wrist braces and stuff like that, right? Okay. Wow, that's weird. All right, let's see. So it's basically time for me to get the heck out of here. So thank you all for coming on by, working on the towers. I'm almost done with these. I've got to finish up Tower of the Anchor and the Tower of the Sword, and then we'll be pretty much done with those. So I will see you all on Thursday again for more of this. So have a good night, and leave a comment, leave a like, and I will talk to you all a bit later. Let me find the ending button.